Oh, Tom's, thank you for having me, man.
Thanks for doing the
This
podcast.
is a dream come true.
Okay.
Finally did
I
it.
just started the podcast
Yeah.
officially in this new space. You're the second guest.
It's right under or over a very contemporary art gallery. I didn't feel like I was in place down
Yeah.
there.
Just try to keep the mic like you're doing comedy. A fist from your face, as Joe Rogan says.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we
Is
should do
it you
that.
like the art gallery? That's what Heath mentioned yesterday too.
I didn't really get a taste of the art, but it felt like a gallery. It was there. There's a bunch of stuff
It's a
on the
good
wall.
vibe.
Yeah, I guess
It's
that's
like,
all you
hey,
need these
look,
days.
we want you to look at this.
I didn't look at it. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
They're too obvious. It's a trap.
It could be. It could be like an embezzlement
Can you
scheme.
throw me some waters
Yeah.
in the fridge? I got
You have a fridge?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know it's a new thing.
This is
It's the other side.
I'm not used to a fridge. That's a big deal. What's in
Yeah,
there? Is there
just
Gatorades too?
Gatorade. Do you want a Gato?
Oh, yeah, I can't say no to Gatorade. Orange or yellow? I'll go
Or
yellow.
red. There's red too.
Here.
You just can't see it because it's so dark over there.
Thank you.
We don't want anyone to see
How to
Taylor
Gatorade, everybody.
because he's too handsome.
That could be the next sponsor.
Let's put on
He's a
that
hot
one.
guy.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Gatorade.
Hard to tell.
This is,
Did you have it on Dillon the whole time?
No, it was on you.
On me.
Be on the star of the show right here.
Here, just show them the Gatorade again.
This is a yellow Gator. We call it yellow. It's lemon lime technically. I don't taste a lot of lime. It tastes mostly lemon. But,
Oh, we didn't change the title of this one. It still says with
Heath
he.
Lourdes.
Yeah.
I'll
I could
fix
be
it in post.
All right.
Yeah, be Heath.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Should
It's slowly going down. Yeah, there's a little leg room here. The legs are real thin. They're metal, so feel free to stretch your legs out. Just don't hit any cords.
play footsies?
Yeah, we could. A little far.
You got longer legs than me. How tall are you, Han?
I'm closer to the. Look how close I am to the desk. I'm more invested in this podcast.
Oh, I am too. I just.
Okay. I'm 5'11".
Are you?
Almost.
Oh,
Almost not 5'11", almost 6.
I've been telling
sometimes.
people I'm 6 foot for a long time, and
Yeah.
I've been lying because I think you're taller than me.
Okay. I mean, is that a part of your identity is 6 feet?
It's not, but it feels nicer to say it that way.
Do you ever get a sense of joy out of being taller than another man? Like you
No.
see a man and you're taller than, like, what if he's being an asshole and you're like, yo, I'm taller than you?
Yeah, but then I don't think I'm an asshole, but there's a lot of people taller than me and us.
Yeah, so you're careful to use that power sparingly because you don't want it used against you.
It's not a lot of power. It's not like I could jump over them or anything, but like
No.
it's just nice to know it's there.
I mean, if there's a competition going on,
But
you'd
there's a
be
height
winning.
competition,
Yeah,
like at a fairgrounds or something.
like in a sexual playground or
Oh,
a battleground.
is that what this is secretly?
Sexual battleground or playground?
Both.
Yeah, I
Sexual
mean, what's the
battleground.
difference?
That could be like a Fortnite level.
Sexual battleground.
If you do well enough, you get the sexual battleground.
Yeah.
We played Fortnite, didn't we? No,
Yeah.
what did we play?
But yeah, just we played Fortnite a little
Yeah,
bit,
we did.
I think.
You were pretty good. You drove, I shot.
You were new to the game, I think.
Not
Right.
new to it, but
You were not experienced
not experienced.
in
No,
joystick
I
art.
can't battle. I can't build. I can't like build the walls and everything.
Mhm.
Build the wall.
It's just
That-
B and right
I
trigger.
just shoot. Just let it ride, baby. Run and gun.
But yeah, I mean, I think like it being taller is probably a good thing. It probably serves you in ways that you don't even realize.
It is, but there's not a lot of tall old people. That's the thing. Is like you don't see a lot of tall old people. You don't see a lot of fat old people.
Do you
Usually kind
think-
of shorter.
You think it's because people were shorter in the past, so anyone
be.
who is old is going to be
I think it
from.
was like, yeah.
So now that we have like broccoli-haired millennials and Zoomers who are like sprouting like trees, you think maybe when we're older we'll be like, oh, that was all a lie.
I hope so. Yeah.
So where do you see yourself as you age? Are you gonna like continue to drink Gatorade?
I'm gonna try to drink Gatorade. I don't think I'll ever drink Powerade. I think I've done good enough in my life. I don't have to go down to that route again.
I like Powerade better.
You really?
Powerade is stronger. Like Gatorade is like watered down Powerade.
But I never. drink it for the effects. I just drink it because it's Gatorade and it tastes like Gatorade, you know?
It's better than
Just-
water. It's like juice.
It is.
It's juice for me.
Yeah, that's right. What water are you drinking? You want to shout them out?
Essentia. It's a little better than, store bought like name brand. You want to drink out of some thick plastic.
Yeah,
I can hear you breathing.
Me?
Yeah.
it's okay.
Thank you.
Everybody should breathe. We all should breathe a little bit. Essentially, that's
I
great.
mean, if you're just breathing, you should probably do something on top of that.
You should breathe and just be a human. That's
Are
it.
you big into drinks
Like what kind of drinks?
like Gatorade?
I like Gatorade. I usually do Gatorade zero sugar. There's some sugar in this one, but
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
okay.
do you think that's the normal Gatorade, just stock normal? Because there's so many different types now. I never know what I'm getting.
Yeah, they have gotten to like the Mountain Dew style where they're just doing like Gatorade, Arctic, Climax, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I just trust. It's always color based, so I'm say yellow. Throw me a yellow.
Yeah, you know what it's gonna taste like.
It's gonna taste
A
like
little
yellow.
tangy.
Whatever yellow tastes like, that's
Yeah.
what that is.
So
I'm gonna have a yellow.
if you're out somewhere, you see a color, you think
Mm-hmm.
you know that thing because you know what it tastes like.
Yeah. If I'm gonna have a starburst, I'm gonna have a yellow. Give me a yellow.
That's what fashion is great for. It can tap into that. Like, oh, I want people to consider me yellow, like a little
I
tangy
think they
and
already do.
juicy. Well, I don't know if Asians are yellow.
I didn't say that. I just meant
I
like
think that's the
like a
color
very upbeat
associated with yellow.
personality. That's
Is that what yellow means?
yeah. Yellow's happy.
Yellow means cowardly.
Yeller means calorie. Yeah, in like Civil War speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeller. He's Yeller. Or I guess yellow too. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
fair job.
comes from yellow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, man, it's Essentia. That's great. It's a
Thank
great
you.
sponsor.
It's water.
It is water. That's all it boils down to water. Is that
Yeah.
water better than other waters? Is that better than Dasani
Yeah, I mean,
on
look at it.
like a
Like,
molecular?
look how much work went into packaging it.
Yeah.
So, I'd say
And
yeah.
they made it, like you're gonna be able to read the label. Like this here, they got all this gray around it right there.
Mhm.
Right there, it's just the good stuff.
Yeah, just minimal. It's like Apple, but
It's like,
black.
yeah, if you put like a logo on like an IV bag or something, that's what it would look like.
Yeah, this looks like health water. Like you could put it in an IV bag.
Yeah,
This is IV bag water.
it's like hangover cure water right there.
Yeah, if look, they have a little cross of
They do.
medicine. So it's
Yeah,
like an ambulance
almost like the Red Cross kind of, but they
of white.
they got three red stripes under
Yeah,
it.
that's E. Looks like an
Yeah,
E. Essentia. This is essential. This is life saving. It is
it
medical
is.
equipment.
This is life saving too if you have a hangover of some
That's
sort.
game winning. That's
They tell you that.
athleticism.
We drank a lot of Gatorade and Pop Warner, and we didn't win any games ever.
Was the other team drinking Gatorade as well?
Yeah, they were sweating Gatorade like LeBron James, like in the yeah.
Oh yeah, the ads.
Mm-hmm. Those were the days.
Pop Warner days.
Yeah. Did you play sports?
Yeah, I
What'd you
didn't
play?
play football like a fucking barbarian. That's crazy.
What's like a civil sport to you?
Soccer,
Soccer? Okay, yeah, I can see that.
played tennis. How much
Tennis?
more civil can you get?
I mean, you're hitting the ball pretty aggressively.
You're
That
so
ball goes
far
pretty
away
fast.
from other human.
Yeah.
You're alone.
You are by yourself. I
Yeah.
respect sports where you're alone.
Yeah, it's more frustrating when you lose. You're like, I had no one to blame
is
but
me.
myself. He
Yeah,
hit
look
it
at
over
me.
the net.
But when you win,
That's all you.
you put they do that a lot in football though. A lot of like Tom Brady.
Teamwork.
When Tom Brady won a Super Bowl, everyone's like, look at him, he won another Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's simpler.
But no one looked at like the punter.
It's
A good job punting that day.
it's uh it's more digestible, so more people are gonna be like, oh, let's watch football. Tom Brady's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But if you're a fan of the kicker, it's gonna be a rough game for you.
It is.
You're waiting a lot.
Yeah. When Messi wins, everyone goes look at Messi. They don't look, there's probably some people on his team.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're noticing that people are drawn to charismatic figures, mostly men.
I don't think I've ever heard him. Is he charismatic?
Messi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a funny guy?
Charismatic. I don't think charisma is funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Charisma is an unspeakable and knowable quantity.
He's got it.
Are you exhibiting charisma right now?
I hope so, or else I'll have to work at the art gallery down the stairs. But yeah, so it's good. I mean,
I think that'd be a better job than this. This is hard work.
yeah.
We're busting our asses off right now.
I mean, yeah, you had to like iron your shirt. You had to come here. You had to come over. You're right down the street too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm close. Do you want to keep this centered on your mouth a little bit? Yeah. There we go.
The fist.
Yeah. Just try to move around with it. Try
Do you
practicing.
do you play basketball still?
Yeah, I do. Do you ever come out? We play
I
every
want to.
Tuesday.
Really?
Taylor sometimes comes, but he has a bad right wrist, so you want to shield him over to the right. Yeah, so that's a weakness we try to exploit on the courts.
How do you exploit that?
So
weak
if I'm
wrist?
guarding you and your right
Yeah.
wrist is broken, I go like this, because now you can't use your left because I'll poke it away. So you have to use your right hand, which is weaker.
But it's not taped up or anything. You can click with it.
Yeah,
Click with it.
then clicking and
You could type. You could do all that stuff. If you could click, you could shoot a fucking jump shot. All that. I want to play.
Very inspirational.
Where do you play at?
Well, I don't want to tell anyone because
Do you think they'll
I
show
don't
up?
want them to show up and, with a vengeance.
They'll try to challenge you, King of the Court style.
Yeah. They'll be like, hey, who's the boss now?
What's your role like when you're on the basketball
on the court?
Do you shoot a lot?
I would say I'm like a leader.
You're like,
Yeah. Like I lead by example and I lead with my head first.
yeah.
I'm a low dribbler.
Okay.
Like if you're
I know
coming
that.
at me, it's coming down low.
I think I'm also a low dribbler too.
Oh, okay.
Like just like behind the back, like 20 style. Like when they played
Okay. You're
basketball
like
back
Pistol
in
Pete.
the day.
You're like doing bounce passes and
A lot of
behind
bounce
the back,
passes, a lot of layups,
bank shots.
a lot of I use the backboard a lot,
Yeah.
which is a very white thing to do. I mean, it's just technically right. If it's there, I'm gonna hit the backboard, and there's no swishes with me. If I make a shot, it's hitting the backboard first.
Yeah,
and it's
you
going
need that
in.
help. You need that structure.
I need that structure.
You
It's
need
also
that societal.
it's right, you know. It's
You're
right there.
used to working with the existing infrastructure.
Yeah, I am.
It's built for you.
I am. Yeah. The backboard's right there. Why not use it?
Yeah.
Everyone's just swishing everything.
Everyone nowadays just wants to just
You're not gonna
have
get
it
on
going
Sports Center.
clean. They don't want to fucking have help. They're like, oh, I did it all on my own. I didn't
Yeah.
even need the backboard. Like, without the backboard, what's gonna hold up the hoop, the rim?
Why is the net there without the backboard?
The net. Have you ever played on a rim with no net?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's weird.
You shoot and score, and it doesn't feel like anything.
And if you make like a perfect three, it feels like it
it's
didn't
like an air
count.
ball.
Yeah, it feels like an air ball.
You need that net there to just
You know?
wisp around and be like, yeah, you did it, man.
I never had that feeling of
You've
making
never
it.
scored?
No, I've scored, but I rarely ever just make like a swish.
Yeah.
It goes like super clean. It's a and I'm like, yeah, I scored.
Yeah. It bounces
Oh,
around.
this guy scored. Wow.
It's like, will it, won't it?
Yeah. A lot of layups. I'm a layup
It's good
guy.
that you're not too egotistical about it. You know that you're not good.
People used to get mad at me because I would try really hard to get rebounds.
Uh-huh.
They're like, what are you doing? But I would like actually try to not box out, but I would really try hard to get a rebound. And I'd grab it and I'd be like, hey guys, I'm playing the game, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it is a rough game, but you don't have to push and shove. All you have to do is maintain your position. As long as you don't move your feet and you go up and down, you can pretty much do anything you want in the cylinder.
Yeah.
But as soon as you start going out like this, that's when you start fouling.
Yeah.
But yeah, if someone's trying to push you,
Do you guys call fouls
yeah,
on each other?
yeah.
Like if like egregious type of fouls, or is it
We call
nitpicky?
all types of fouls. Big, small,
I like
medium. but we try not to call the small fouls because that'd
You
take
know,
forever. But
everybody,
it gets a little chippy.
Jarboe.
Comedians are a little aggressive.
Really?
They don't want to lose.
I don't mind losing, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my rebounds in. Tell you that. It's really just like where the ball bounces off the rim. That's you just got to time that out. You got to be tall, really get a good rebound.
Yeah.
You just got to be where it's gonna land,
Ball. Yeah. Yeah. You
and that's
gotta
it.
predict it. Usually it goes
Look at me too.
over. Like if someone's shooting at this way, it's gonna go this way. Chances are
Yeah.
it's not gonna go that way.
If I see it's gonna hit the left side of the rim, it's gonna bounce over perpendicular. Boom, got it. Rebound, and then they're looking at me like, "Oh, let's try hard." This guy's
Okay, so let's get into what you actually believe in.
okay.
What do you think about Israel Palestine?
Oh. That sucks. Sorry. Don't really man. That's both sides can be heard. I'm not
We're
like
both sidesing this.
I really just don't know anything about
You
it. I
don't
know
know anything?
I know like an attack happened. It's been happening for a while. Attack happened recently.
Attacks happen.
Bombs were had.
Oh, so you're using passive voice.
Children's died.
Bombs were just in the air. Who put it
they
there? Who
happened.
knows?
They just got in the air
Once you
somehow.
let go of a bomb, it's not
Well,
really
you
your
don't know. Like
responsibility.
you build them, and sometimes they just fly out the sky, and that's just what happens.
Well, I think what's happening is a genocide, and
Oh yeah.
Israel is wrong, and Palestine is right,
Oh,
and maybe even Lebanon is right, and I'm even beginning to think maybe Iran is right. That's
Iran's
how
right.
far I'm going. Yeah,
I could see that.
I mean,
I mean, all right. So I started stand up 8 years ago, and I just did not give a shit about anything other than that for 8 years.
really.
Yeah. I mean, I
So
see what happens
what do
on
you
the internet,
what do you
but
think about one-liners versus storytellers?
mm,
Which one is Israel? Which one is Palestine?
okay. So I think Israel is storytellers. Palestine would probably be one-liners.
Because they're more persecuted. It's a
Yeah,
harder road for us.
and they have a tough time too. And actually, yeah, no, that works out that way.
So, what's like an example of a storyteller that was really mean to you?
Oh my God, I can't wait to tell this story. All right, so this one time I was in this club, and this fucking guy Hans Kim walked in.
Whoa.
No,
That Hans Kim?
yeah, that Hans Kim.
Okay.
I can't tell any story of anyone being really mean to me
Mean
at
to
all.
me?
Do you have one? You probably
Comedians
have.
being mean to me?
You've met enough people. I don't know a lot.
Oh
Of
boy,
people.
do I have stories on this meanness to me?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't want to do it. All right. Well,
Do you have someone that is not doing comedy anymore that was mean to you? Like when you
someone that
started?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's someone that like quit already. Because I know people that have quit already.
I don't have access to that part of my brain. I cut it out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Who's been mean to me?
Like when you were at the open mic level, someone who big dogged you super hard. Like, shut up.
Well, there was a Jew
Okay.
that was like, I did a joke about how
Starting to make
Jewish
sense.
people are like the most unfortunate people, but everyone worships their religion. So it's like kind of weird that we're worshiping this religion that got these people murdered and killed. And
You
then
didn't
this
like
guy,
that one, huh?
no, this Jew went up. He's like, yeah, Hans, huh? Then he was like, don't worry, my brother's in the IDF. He's coming next week. He'll sort him out. So that was like a little threat of physical violence when I was like a month in. That's pretty bad, man. That's really hurtful.
Yeah, that sucks, honestly.
But I was just saying, I'm not saying that it's not bad to be unfortunate. It's not
Right.
like you did anything wrong. It's
Right.
just fortune.
It's
So,
fortune. Yeah.
yeah, fortune cookie.
The IDF, they're cooking.
Yeah,
They're
I
out there.
mean, they're committing a genocide and committing war crimes, and they're all pussies too. They don't get out of their trucks and vans and tanks.
Where
They
do
just
they? Yeah.
just shell people and then just ride around and try not to get out of their cars.
And just high five each other after.
So despicable. Like
Just
the way
hanging
they're
out.
doing it is just like so grimy. It's like if you're gonna do it, just be a man about it. Don't like be like, actually, what we did was correct because It's like, don't try
Do
to
you think?
fool me
Do
intellectually.
you think that's what they sound like?
Yes.
'Cause I feel like people from Israel have a different accent about it.
Yeah.
They don't sound like from
Hamas.
they don't sound like
The
they work in a
terror.
bakery.
They're very like tone deaf almost. Like they're all up here. And
Yeah.
they don't really go up and down. No, no, no. They're just like,
I feel like they have more in common than they think, you know. I think everyone should sit down and eat some food together.
sit down and eat some
Play a game of
food.
basketball about it, right? Who do you
Like
think would rebound
basketball.
harder? Who do you think would foul harder? You think Israel would foul a little harder?
Yeah, I
How's
mean,
that?
I think they would try to be like, hey, that was a double dribble. Hey,
Yeah.
come back
They
here.
call it back. Who calls double dribbles? Unless it's
Yeah.
egregious.
Yeah.
You got to really fuck up for me to say a double dribble. If you just bounce it in, then who cares? You know?
Yeah.
That's
Have
a
you ever
ticky-tacky
played
thing.
basketball with African Americans?
Yeah, yes, I have. I'm from Florida. I've played basketball with a
Oh
lot of
shit.
African Americans.
Are they like better at it than normal?
Yeah. I played basketball. I can't remember his name, but he was a guy who he was a white guy who went to Duke, and he was famous for tripping people and knocking them down. He was like a kind of a dirty player, and he's in the league
Okay.
right now, and I can't remember his name, but he's from Jacksonville, and I played a game with him before.
Damn,
And
you
he was
played with a professional level asshole.
he's still playing.
Was he asshole-ish
Can't
when you were
remember
playing with him?
No, not really.
So
I mean, back then
he
he was
didn't
like,
have to.
yeah, back then he knew people know who it is, but yeah.
That's crazy. You're not even that good at basketball. You're playing with like a
No.
D1 draft
D1,
pick.
but we're just like we're in the suburbs, so like it was the only one place to go to shoot the ball.
Mm.
Here, there. I should look at his name. But yeah, I think he plays
So,
for the Bucks right now.
what do you think about the Austin comedy scene?
It's great. It's great for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
How do you like tiniest bar in
I
Austin?
love the tiny bar. People should go there.
Outside?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a weird name for a bar because we all hang out like in a courtyard in front
Mm-hmm.
of the bar.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like on Tuesdays, it's two people and they like play DJ music the whole time. It's like one of those things. They'll play like just like a rap
During the
music.
set?
Yeah, no, not as this.
Between the
Like
set?
unless you wanted it.
Yeah. They're interactive.
Yeah, very interactive. That's what it is.
They're like comedy DJs.
Pretty much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's fun. So even there's no one there, it's still like a good time. You can't bomb there because like at the end of the day, you're still just talking to each other and hanging out.
Okay, so it's a positive environment.
It's a positive environment. Yeah.
Who's there? Who are the big players in the tiniest bar?
Simply Courtney, and then Josh, the other guy. He's on the keyboard. He's playing the keyboard the whole time.
Okay.
A lot of fun, man. Good time. You're literally you're there, kind of. So
I'm physically close to it.
you're physically
I
near
haven't
there.
been in about 2 years.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you do it before? Back in the day?
I've done it before, yeah. In
Yeah.
that little shed.
Oh,
The stage is like a shed. It's not really like a real.
the old one. Now they do it in the courtyard, but they have a noise ordinance at 10 p.m. They have to take the mics off.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, they just take the mics down. If you want to go up, you just got to go up a cappella style and just yell your jokes like you're like doing
But
improv or
it's a
something.
positive environment, and
Yeah.
the
Yeah, definitely.
quality of the
I love that place.
sound equipment doesn't matter, or the availability.
Nah. Well, they have to literally, by law, have to cut the mics off by 10.
Yeah, I understand.
But
I'm sympathetic.
I'm sympathetic as well.
Okay, so you just love doing tiniest bar.
Yeah.
What's the other big place for comedy
Mm.
for your
Uh,
for people to catch you?
I'm doing a show at the Spider House. You've been
Mhm.
there?
Yes.
Ballroom, Spider
Yeah.
House Ballroom.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So we're doing a roast of Dracula.
He needs one.
He does. Well, Dracula's gonna be Ryer Cameraman.
Mm,
So it's kind of
interesting.
like all Halloween characters. It sounds super stupid and theater kitty, but it is. But it's gonna be fun
Yeah,
because I've
it's
done
a
one before.
book writing exercise.
Yeah, it feels like improv. It is. It's gonna be improv, but it's a good time. So Ryer's gonna be Dracula. I'm supposed to be Van Helsing. We have Batman.
Batman.
We've got Wolfman.
Wolfman makes more sense. I don't know if Batman featured heavily in
I
the
don't know, yeah,
Dracula
but
lore.
that's gonna be on Wednesday. It's gonna
Okay.
be going.
Wednesday.
It sounds super. Yeah, it's theater kid shit, but it'll be a good time. Make sure it's a good time.
Okay. Any crazy things happening in Austin recently? Anyone like fall really hard and
Anyone fall really hard? Someone
yeah.
falls every day, but
Yeah.
they can't get up.
Mm,
Like Life Alert style.
commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
When
yeah,
was the last
what's
time I
going
saw
on in
someone
the
fall?
scene? There's a roast at Spider House on Wednesday. Who runs that?
I'm co-hosting it. Me and my
Okay.
buddy Chris.
Did you come up with the concept?
No, he did. He's an
Okay.
improv guy.
Oh,
I'm really getting into the improv people here because I tried so hard doing the stand-up scene here, and now I'm still in it, but I just felt like a little ant in a pile. So like we started doing stuff with the improv people, and it's just honestly, it's a lot of fun.
they're happier people.
They're happier.
They're
They're
always trying to
way
think
happier.
of new ways to be happy.
Yeah, and they're just like supportive of each other too.
Well,
I
that's
used to
because they're
shit on
not doing
improv all the
anything.
time. What?
They're not doing anything. Like it's
Yeah.
easy to support people when no one's
Well,
catapulting past you.
we're not famous. Yeah, well, they're not famous, but it's just like good to just like sit after and no one's talking about like this and that and then like whatever show they're trying to get on.
Yeah, it's more cutthroat and capitalistic.
Sponsored by Lemon Line Gatorade.
I mean, I like improv. It's just hard
Did you ever
to
try it?
produce anything out of it.
I've never done a class or anything. I haven't graduated from anything, but I did like one or two jams, like their open mic version of what improv is, and it felt like supported. There, I mean, there's no crowd there,
Hmm.
but it's still like people.
You don't need a crowd.
They laughed at each other's jokes, and that's all you need is a laugh. You heard
But
them.
isn't it fake, more fake than stand-up comedy? It's more just positivity for the sake of positivity.
Yeah, I didn't think that deeply about it, but
Okay.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think whatever gets your creative juices flowing, I think there's lots of different ways to
I don't
it.
know. I don't know if I'll sign up for a class, but
I'm more like, I don't need happiness.
yeah.
I
What do you
think
need?
it's weak.
You think happiness is weak?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Kobe Bryant saying. That's like something like
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty intense if that's what you mean.
so so happiness won't get you to the next level. What do you need?
Um,
Melancholy?
I would just say a combination. I mean, happiness should be like a fuel that you use to
Right.
do the work of being happy, making people happy by writing jokes and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
thinking of jokes and stuff. But how do you get better at improv?
Oh, I don't know, man. I've
You can't
only
write your way into
yeah,
being good at improv, but like with comedy, there's so much downtime you could use to be funny later
right.
because you're allowed to plan.
Yeah.
I think planning is like a key aspect of humanity. Like if you're
Mm-hmm.
not planning, you're pretty much like a monkey. So you're
Mm-hmm. I
basically
think monkeys
doing,
plan a little bit, you think, like in
I
their head.
mean,
Like
nothing like what we can plan.
tomorrow I'm gonna get a banana. Next thing
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
get
not,
another
you
banana.
don't really need a blueprint to
You
write that
know,
down, but we have blueprints of every
right?
little thing. So I just think that stand-up comedy is more like in line with what we're good at as people.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love stand up so much. I'm never gonna stop it. Even if I'm like, I'll probably never be famous. I'll never stop doing stand up. I'll be one of the old guys walking up to
You
the
love
open mic.
talking to people, sharing ideas,
I
and
just love doing shit that I thought of.
yeah,
Like I
and
said, you know.
coming up with ideas and sharing. I think that's beautiful. I think if you don't like doing that, then it's going to show at some point in your career.
Right.
I think that's what it boils down to.
You
If
know,
you like
people
that,
like yeah, you
it's the
started with
foundation.
that don't do it anymore. That quit.
No, everyone that I did it with
They're still going at it.
now doing comedy. No, obviously people quit.
Right.
Yeah. Are you, what does that make you feel like when you see people that quit? Like, is it sad or?
I don't feel bad. I feel happy for them that they've like, because a lot of people, when you start stand up, you can never have life without it type of thing.
Hmm.
You know, it's like another addiction.
Yeah.
So people that did it and then like got married or whatever, I don't know, like there's a lot of reasons to quit. I'm like, well, good for you. You found a reason. You got into detox, but I no, never maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it is weird to just decide to do one thing with your life and do it over
Mhm.
and over again. I don't think it's healthy. I think it's successful and like it's like the only way to succeed, but I think it's not the best way. And I
Mhm.
think if you're really creative, then you do different things. So
Yeah. Well, it's like different than like playing the guitar. You could just like pick up the guitar again. You can't just like be like, oh, I'll do a set next week.
yeah.
You could always like play the guitar at a dinner party or something. You can just sit there and tell your fucking jokes, or
Hmm.
you know. So,
Yeah, I mean, if you like talking to people, you can always
yeah.
talk to people.
Yeah. Well, a lot of comedians don't like talking to people. That's another thing.
Mm. I feel like some of them want to talk. I mean, everyone likes it. They just like it in a certain scenario. And I
Right.
think the outside world is not something that people that do comedy enjoy too much.
Yeah.
They want to control it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they like talking in specific situations. But I think nowadays we mean talking is like going to Sixth Street, going to
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, and like
Unbelievable.
yelling over the music. And that's, if you don't like doing that, then oh, you're not a social person or something. And it's like, that's not a great way to communicate
Yeah.
with people.
Doesn't mean you're not social. You just don't want to like be in that environment.
Yeah,
It's
everyone
annoying.
is social with someone,
Right. Yeah.
unless you're like a complete loser, but then you want to be social with someone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, we went to Buford's that one time.
What's that?
I don't remember the date, but went to Buford's and then like all the college kids were just like, "Hunskin."
Buford's? Oh, over there.
Hmm.
Yeah, over
Yeah,
there. Yeah, a long
that'd
time
be
ago.
annoying.
Annoying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to take pictures with people and
you know,
talk to dudes, but
it's a
it's
lot of
better
dudes,
than,
right?
yeah, it's better than going to a bar and not talking to anyone.
Yeah,
At least now there's an
honestly.
excuse if you want to socialize. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
is that your thing? You like to chill?
I don't want to. I could. I understand that'd be annoying, being famous, and then it's like it was a lot of younger guys, a lot of college dudes. Who's like, bro, it's fucking hard. I understand that'd be like really annoying.
Yeah, and
Terrible.
you could be like, he was really mean to me one time.
Yeah, Hans was.
I don't
You
remember the.
remember I met you like in Jacksonville. Do you remember that? When you went to Rain Dogs?
I remember going to Rain Dogs. What? Where were you? Where did we meet? In the showroom or
It
in
was a it was it was an open mic, and then they had you and like two other people. You guys were on the road.
Mark Crespo or something?
No, it was you and two other people that like I think it was like the van days you were driving down.
Yeah. I
And
was coming from New York doing a road trip, stopped
mm-hmm.
in Jacksonville. That's when the pandemic started happening.
I think like a month before, honestly.
No, wasn't.
It was in
It was right before.
yeah, it was right before.
Yeah. Oh, a month before.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah. Like
maybe a day
2019,
or
like
two
maybe two
before.
2 months before. It was 2019. I remember
It
that.
was a no, it was 2020.
Maybe the beginning of 2020.
It was
We
like
could settle on that.
March of 2020.
Really?
Yeah, I remember because I was there. But
Yeah,
I was like traveling, so I remember the dates, but you were just living there, so
I was living there.
it's
Um,
all a blur.
it is a blur. Anything before, do you remember a lot before like 2019, 2018? What your life was like?
I mean, vaguely. I couldn't tell you what I did every single day, but I
Me
remembered
neither.
parts of it. Going to Chicken and Waffles and doing open mics in Brooklyn.
They had chicken and waffles out there. What?
Yeah, it's like a weird restaurant, and they let us do comedy in the back, and it
Oh,
was just like
okay.
comedians being supportive, no audience members.
That's what this has turned into a lot. It's very a lot like comedians being
Yeah,
supportive to each other.
it's it's kind of like comedy.
Yeah,
It's not exactly like comedy.
but they had chicken and waffles though. That makes it better.
It's expensive. No one ordered anything.
They didn't give one away.
No, they don't like us.
Like to the best set, you
We
get a
were
trim.
fucking annoying them.
You were annoying them.
Yeah, they were trying to run a business.
That's like most open mics. They think it's a good idea because there's no one there anyway. They're like, well, we'll get just a bunch of people in here, but then no one buys anything,
Yeah,
and they're
and
all just kind of saying some weird shit.
people that want to
Yeah.
spend money there, they get driven out by the weirdos.
And then when someone does walk in, they're like, "Oh, that's cool, that's fun," and then they like, "Okay, let's leave."
It's not consumable for the general public. It's not easy to go in there and watch open mic comedy.
It's not.
It's a lot.
It's and some people, I bless their hearts. They're so nice. They'll sit there and look at you and like nod their
Yeah.
head a little bit. They're like, "Oh, yeah." They're like, "Table 3." And then they're
They'll
out.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're
it's like I
out.
could be polite to someone that'll actually reciprocate this to me back, and
Yeah, there's some very nice people that will walk into an open mic, look at you, acknowledge you as a human, be like, okay. They probably won't laugh, and then they'll
yeah, they're living
head
their
right
life.
out.
They
Yeah,
got
it's not
shit
good
to
for
they're not
business.
they don't want to be a we character when they're watching some bullshit happen. They
Yeah,
want to
they don't.
participate. But if they're bored, they don't want to think for themselves, they can just go to a show, relax, let other
You
people
could.
think for them.
God bless people that go to comedy shows. You think that's gonna last forever?
Yeah.
You think like till we're dead?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's got a pretty good foothold in
I
the
mean, I love
fucking
it.
culture.
Yeah, that's true. But just think like with the like I don't know, what people are just gonna just watch people play video games or something. What's gonna be the next thing?
VR.
VR?
Hmm. So, what do you think about the future of Austin comedy?
I like it. Think it's good. There's a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie, it's crowded. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
for and there's a lot of clubs too, but there's a lot of people. So
What do most people in Austin, when they come to the Austin comedy scene, what is it like
shit.
for them?
Like as a visitor or as
Yeah,
a
do they get
comedian?
up every day, or do they just hang out at the creek and try to
It
schmooze
depends,
their
dude.
way?
Because people will come here like as a visitor, like an out of town comic, and they'll do these shows and be like, I've been here for 4 years. I never even got close to getting on that or something like that. So it I don't know. It depends who knows you, but I still think it's cool for anybody who does stand up anywhere and just to walk around. Just
Yeah, it's cool to walk around and just be part of the scene.
a Gatorade.
It's the people that really make the scene. If you find someone you
I like the
like,
people here, man.
and then you can just try to
I'm really
scrounge your
big.
way onto some open mics.
Yeah, get it some Cinchia.
Do you think
Whatever.
that it's easy to do lots of sets here? You just don't do a lot?
It is. You gotta like you definitely have to have a car. You could do the sets on 6th Street, but I like, you gotta drive around a little bit if you want to do a lot of them.
Hmm.
A lot of them.
There's a lot of cool bars up by what's that one up north on Burnett or something?
Which that kick butt
No, further north than that.
further north. Oh, I never go farther than that, man.
Oh,
I'm
really?
I'm a downtown guy.
Yeah, I mean, you live so close to downtown.
I know it's pretty cheap too, though. I don't make a lot of money. I'm really right around the corner, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's very affordable.
It is. They say it's expensive. My rent's like $1,300.
Yeah, and you're like 5 minutes from downtown.
Yeah, I'm 5 minutes from downtown. I sell Coke every day, and I'm like I can hang out every
Yeah,
day.
you don't make a lot of money with that?
No,
Sucks, man.
no.
That's
I have
one
a
of the
work from home
perks.
job.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if I sold Coke, I'd make a lot. I lived
Okay,
with Taylor
so what
before.
do you think about all these companies that are trying to make everyone work from office, WFO, instead of WFH?
Ah, I think they're like just justifying how people look at each other, and a lot of them just want a reason to leave their wives, want a reason to get out of the house, and want to justify affording that giant house that they live
Hmm.
in. And I'm like, I'm a manager. I manage people, and they're like, well, you just do Zoom calls all day. We're gonna cut this, do all that. So they're just like, no, let's just bring everyone back, and then we just stare at each other. But
Yeah,
a lot of them, I haven't worked in an office in 4 years. So
nice.
I worked in like a call center before that. So everything I've done has been,
Up from that.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the office is like a cult, and they just want everyone to just sacrifice their body and soul for their company, and the more that you're willing to sacrifice and more loyal you are, that's what
Yeah.
really they care about.
A lot of them, like they'll let you like, as long as you clock in, they have like a badge. As you clock in, you can be there for an hour and then just leave. And they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you went to the office this day."
I heard that in
That's the word.
Amazon, they can find out what Wi-Fi you connected to, so they named their Wi-Fi after the office Wi-Fi, so it looks like they are in the office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they started changing the Wi-Fi names randomly,
What did they change it to?
just random Amazon names.
Just like
They're
Conskin
good at that.
2024.
I mean, probably Amazon warehouse
Oh yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Amazon work that's the frontline workers for real. The Amazon drivers.
Yeah,
They're really good and they're getting after it.
but isn't that weird that our main business is just delivering each other packages
Yeah.
and food? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we actually making?
Packages and I don't know. They're not making the food or the package. Maybe the
I think
food.
I think we're
Taco
just
Bell's really killing it.
I think
I
we're
think.
just managing the resources from around the world that we extract from Guatemala. It just comes all
What
over
do we
here.
what do we extract from Guatemala? Do you think?
Bananas,
Bananas are
olive
huge.
oil, maybe,
Yeah, that's two things I can't live without is
grape.
bananas or olive oil. Grapes
I
are
mean, the bare materials
yeah.
needed, like
The raw
cobalt,
raw materials. I learned
raw
that in
material. Oh yeah,
economics.
it's probably a better term.
I don't think it's that. I'd rather like
Yeah,
berries sounds better than raw.
I mean, Guatemala is like not the best country to extract resources from, but we do it anyways.
Don't they have which one? Uh, Venezuela. They have a lot of oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Guatemala has grapes, right?
I don't know what they have, but we extract it and it just all comes here. And then we
Yeah.
just fucking move it around a little
Yeah.
bit. And then we deliver each other packages. And then we're like, oh,
Just
look,
sending
here's
one
a
thing to
living
another.
wage.
Well, there's a lot of people making a very good living sending emails, and I'm one of them right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd love to make a living telling jokes, but I'm just sending emails, and that's just kind of what it is right now for a lot of people, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's that's for the majority, that's what life is gonna look like.
You think?
I mean, right now, I
What
don't
do
think
you
it's ideal.
what do you think AI is gonna do next 10
I
years?
think AI is gonna make people more powerful,
I
and
hope. That'd be
if we
great.
can control the technology through democratic voting,
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. But
that'd be a good
if
call.
it's only the people who are in power that can control where AI goes, then they're just gonna do whatever they want, what they've been doing now, just better.
Who do you think
So we
controls
gotta
it?
get democratic control
Yeah, who
of our
controls it
society.
now? Like, who's
Rich people
yeah,
that can lobby and buy our government and stuff.
right. But it's got to
We
be
should control it. The people that actually work instead of people that just own a title to a factory.
yeah. You you think that'll ever happen? I have a feeling that's never gonna happen. So you
There's no
being
other
rich.
choice. What are we just gonna be slaves and give more money to rich people? That's unstable. It's an upside down pyramid. It's gonna topple soon.
Yeah.
We're just used to kings, and then we went to capitalism, which is just worshiping rich people as kings. And then we got to go to the next step where we're all kings and we can worship each other. But we're just so stuck in that old medieval mentality of like, there needs to be a lord and I have to worship him and he'll give me money and food. And it's like, no, we have the power to just organize ourselves. We don't need someone to organize it for us because we got computers to do it. And now with no need for these people, we can just, people that actually work for what they do can get the money from what they do, like McDonald's.
What I think is we always have pickup basketball, and AI is never gonna replace that. No AI is gonna replace my backboard shot into
Mm-hmm.
the thing. There's no, I mean, there's a robot. It's gonna
Yeah, I
do it.
mean,
It's not
we
gonna
can
be the
have
same.
fun. We
No,
can do
yeah,
whatever we want.
AI is not gonna replace fun.
AI doesn't need to take all our parks.
It, you think that? Man,
They don't need it. What are they going to use it for? They can just have a fucking
solar
chip,
farm,
bunch of chips stacked up.
probably like a Tesla charging port, something like that.
What do you think about Tesla?
I like Tesla. I would drive one if I could afford one. I think it's cool.
Do you think that there's like a concentration of wealth so that the only people that can make Teslas are very specific people? And if we had more
That's true.
flow of wealth, we could all be making
I
Tesla-like
never thought of
product.
that. Like a guy that sells you weed is in a Tesla showing up type of
Mhm.
thing. Like people like lower class could have a Tesla. I don't know. I think it's getting there. I think Teslas are more affordable than they were. Um, I just I don't like the sound they make. Same for
No
Priuses.
sound?
Like look at that. Like I like a
Mhm.
motor, you know, type of thing.
You like the sound.
Like a vroom vroom type shit.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You think people back in the day were like, I don't like the sound of these cars. I like a nice old horse.
I think so. Yeah.
I want a neigh.
Like a click clack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they could add that in. You could click clack in a Tesla,
Yeah,
or
people.
you could
There's
do
probably a lot
added
of noise
sound.
complaints in the first
Yeah,
car.
why don't
That,
you just put in a YouTube video of a engine car and you can play
yeah,
that
yeah, definitely. I think
while you drive?
I would have Tesla. Do you like Teslas? Do you like driving one?
Mm, I don't like Teslas now. I think
Really?
battery powered cars are ridiculous. They're heavy, they destroy the roads faster, and it's inefficient. It's better to have people on public transit than have everyone
In a bus?
drive a, yeah, or a
Public transit
subway.
here is awful. I've never ridden a bus here, but I could just tell by driving behind them.
Yeah, it takes forever to get anywhere. The stops are really far apart. There's not enough
Yeah,
population density to make it
there's never more than
useful.
3 people on a bus here.
Yeah, yeah, this
So
could have
I'm
been a
sitting behind
pedicab,
one. I'm just like, yeah.
but I bet there are people that actually use it.
There definitely are. But I never see them when I drive by one because it's one guy in the back and he's usually asleep. He's a
A
sleeping bus
bus?
man. Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know they get paid like 200K a year.
The bus drivers?
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's a hard thing to do, drive a
It
bus.
is. It is. It's a big bus. I'm surprised by that because they've been cut off by several buses here, and all of a sudden
You'd
they're
think they'd be happier.
very aggressive. You think they would? Maybe they're just
Okay,
trying to
well,
get home
give
to their
a short
scouts.
history of the world
Okay.
through your eyes. What do you think happened from the beginning to now?
From day one of the world or
Yeah,
country,
from the Earth.
I think we're how did we become? Probably like an asteroid hit another asteroid,
Uh-huh.
and we were just in the right spot at the right time, and then grass started growing, and then water started happening, and then fish started happening, and then fish started fucking each other, and one fish fucked another fish. A little too crazy, and that fish had hands, and went on, and then went up, and that fish was like,
Feet? Did it have feet or
I
hands?
think just hands at
You think
first.
hands at first?
Yeah,
Don't you think it's easier to make a foot?
it would be easier. I don't think that. I think
All
this
animals
fish.
have feet. Not every animal has hands.
That's true, but I think this fish just really had a lot going for him,
He
and
got
he
his
he
handsy.
climbed. I think trees were before fish. I don't know. Who knows?
That makes sense.
That's probably wrong.
No, trees are simpler to create than
I think
a fish with eyes.
that's probably wrong. But
No,
so
you're
the
right.
fish cried. He went on the
Crying.
tree. He
Uh-huh.
cried up at that tree because he was the only fish on the tree.
He
So
was
he
a
started
lonely
crying.
fish.
He was a lonely fish.
And
He
then he
said, "You know,
fucked
I'm gonna
another
do something
thing.
about this." He fucked what did the
Another
fish?
fish.
What do you think? I think
Like a
another fish.
chipmunk.
Yeah, another fish went up there too. So 2 fishes went up on the tree, and we're like, you know what?
Let's create babies that
Let's
can
make a
fuck
fish
their
family up
sibling.
in this tree. And then those fish became squirrels.
Okay.
So then we had squirrels, and they're running around. You know, you've seen a squirrel before. They're crazy. They're running around. They've got
Okay,
ideas.
fast forward a little bit.
Fast forward a little bit. Okay, now we have cavemen right now. So we went from fish to squirrels to cavemen.
Yeah.
Now we've got cavemen. Do you think people actually lived in caves? Because that kind of feels like a
I mean, to shield themselves from the elements.
yeah, but yeah, I guess
In Europe, yeah.
they could just lived under like a heavy tree.
Yeah, in Africa.
So we had cavemen,
Hmm.
and then cavemen started banging. But at the same time, other fish were fucking and going up trees too. So woolly mammoth, like all those things, walruses came a bunch, sharks. So now it's like the fish humans, and then just everything else, and then now we have combustible engines,
Mm.
and now we have Hans Kim, and this is
Um, yeah, so a lot of fucking, a lot of fish things.
I think it's a lot of fucking. It's a
Okay.
lot of just like innovative ideas. One fish said, "Hey, let me get out of the water," and now we're sitting
Yeah.
here talking to each other.
Like there's plants we could eat there.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think the Earth is 2024 years old. So
I think that we
now we have
were
Gatorade.
hunter-gatherers,
We
and
are.
then we decided to start farming.
Do you think you would have been a hunter or a gatherer?
I would have been gathering what I hunted,
I would have gathered.
gathered
I think the hunters came back and they were kind of
to
fucked
hunt.
up. I think the gatherers got a lot of the pussy, to be honest.
They're always around it.
Because the hunters come back, they're tired, they're sweaty, they're gross.
You know what's crazy is girls can't even run that well because they're tits.
That is yeah, that gets about that does hurt you, the weighing down of the tits, but also like your face is smaller. You don't. It's less air hitting your head.
You're more aerodynamic as a woman.
You are.
But what about the hips?
But you have to deal with everything else. That's why we're faster than them.
I just think it's crazy to not be able to run away without your boobs flopping all over the place.
That does suck. Do you think in a 100-yard dash with all the Olympics women sprinters, do you think you could come in at least like seventh place?
No,
You think you
they're
could
pretty good at
Yeah,
running.
they're good at running.
I would be very, very, very sad.
What about in the boxing? You
Boxing?
think you could smack one of them around?
No. Boxing is
You
a
think they still think?
tough sport. Yeah. I don't have any
I know, like
boxing
in UFC,
experience.
jiu-jitsu is equalizer, but in boxing, if it's just hands, you just run away a little bit. I don't think I
mean,
would either.
No, you can't hit what you can't hit. I mean, they can dodge your shit.
Yeah, they could dodge your shit. That's true.
But yeah, what do you think about men versus women? How's the dating scene here? Are you dating any women?
I got a woman.
You're dating?
Yeah.
What's like a girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yep.
What'd she do? Do you know?
Supply chain management.
Dude, same.
No way. It's a girl job, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe they work for the same
She
company.
makes a lot more money than me. I'm sure you outscore your girlfriend, but I'm like a third of the way.
So you
into that.
compare bank accounts, but you don't compare height?
We don't compare. I'm way taller than her. I would
Right.
outsprint her. I could beat her.
Is there anything that she could beat you in?
Income, 401ks.
Gymnastics? Synchronized swimming?
I think I'd kick her ass in both of those too.
Really? Are you flexible?
I'm pretty flexible.
Okay.
Not, but I think she's better at communicating. I could
Is she better at
think she
emailing?
yeah, she probably is. Emailing's a little art. Mine's just hi, blah blah blah, thank you.
You just
A
hide.
lot of girls are really good at and then an exclamation
I
point.
hope you're having a
randomly.
good day.
Best wishes, everything. Yeah, I've never warm cards
I
anyone.
empathize with all your emotions right now.
That's not
Can you
me.
get me a paper that I need?
I go straight to the point.
I like that.
This is done. See ya.
I
Get out of here.
I was like trying to get insurance for this building, and they were like,
Need insurance for this?
"Yeah, it's ridiculous."
Insurance.
And nobody insures podcasts because they're like, "That sounds new." It's like weed.
Yeah.
When weed was first legalized, they didn't allow them to bank.
Insurance for podcasts is wild.
Yeah, I mean, that's the world we live in.
That's wild.
It's just
What could
insurance
someone
for
do?
this building. It's like it's not for podcasting. It's just in general.
Does the art gallery already have something in place?
That's for them, not for this space. But yeah, like when weed first came out, they were like,
Yeah, I
"You
remember
can't bank with us." So they had just piles of cash,
Yeah,
and they wouldn't let
true.
the weed business, be a part of modern society.
They want it.
And that's the same with podcasting. They're like, it's new, it's different. We don't know what it is. Let's just not let them grow or thrive because it's new. And it's a very old, archaic system.
That's gonna
we
be like
have.
the new dental insurance. I need podcast insurance. I'm like,
Podcast insurance.
yeah, you never know. I could just
I think it's just in general, just if you have any office space, you need
yeah.
insurance.
You do. Yeah, that's true. It's a
But
business.
yeah, I mean, what do you
Podcast
think
insurance.
about insurance?
I think If stand up doesn't work for me, which it probably won't, I'm gonna start selling podcast insurance. I
Well,
think
I
that's
don't
the
think you
way to
should
go.
be so negative. I think the power of a great joke is amazing.
Yeah. But I'm saying I'm gonna work for Progressive. I'm gonna sell podcast insurance. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right. Yeah, we get it. Podcast insurance.
Yes.
But yeah, what's your next joke looking like? What are you joking about recently?
Um I've been doing jokes for this Dracula roast.
Where does that put you mentally? Are you in a goofy place?
I like it. I like doing something other than just like your normal, just like what's funny type of thing. It's like gives me a goal for something to write about.
When
So
there's no like restrictions, it's harder than when
yeah.
it's like, oh, you just got to go down this road.
Yeah, this is it. These are these things. And I
So,
honestly don't know anything mostly about these characters at all, but I'm still just writing jokes about them.
have you seen Van Helsing?
No, I'm not.
You haven't done any
The,
study of like watching
well, good
shit.
thing I'm him, so I'm just him, so I don't have to.
You don't have to roast yourself,
Yeah.
but maybe knowing the character will help you gain perspective.
One of the characters is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The only thing I knew is like Buffy was like a cheerleader
Uh-huh.
or something. So my one joke was like, "Oh, Buffy's the one vampire slayer that just doesn't know how to spell the word vampire." Knows that
She's a ditzy
she's just
blonde.
dumb. Yeah, that's kind of what that was.
She's the only vampire slayer that has to take time off every month.
Yeah, that could be one too.
It's something there.
Yeah, that too. And then we had Batman. Like you could write a Batman joke,
Yeah,
make fun of
Batman. Fucking
Batman.
Batman. Imagining him as a real person, that's fun.
Yeah.
Because that could help you imagine some ridiculous person
So I was saying, I
you
was
meet.
like Batman would be the only superhero at the Diddy party. It'd be Batman was there, and he would bring his own baby oil too.
Yeah, bad oil.
Yeah, something like that. So just stuff like
It's
that.
just being wacky and goofy.
Pretty much. Too.
Are you breathing again?
We did.
Yeah, you want to be done?
I don't want to be done, dude. I want to keep. I don't want to keep drinking.
I think we
Gatorade.
gotta be done. I gotta go.
All right, you got to go. Where you going?
Mothership.
Oh, okay, man.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna go to Tiny Bar in Texas. They're comparable too. But
Are
are we done?
the
We out of here?
mothership of the West Side.
It is. All right. Thank you guys for having me. It's fun.
Thanks for doing it. It was good.